Hey everyone, Chris here from Realridesharestories. If you're new here and you're looking for different things with tips and tricks for both Uber and Lyft passengers and drivers, as well as some crazy stories of what actually happens on real rides, like what we're going to be talking about with our last video that we uploaded, as well as just a few different things talking about safety and all this other stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. But yeah, so we're going to be kind of talking about what happened. What's up, man? Yeah, we're going to be talking about kind of what happened in the last video that I posted. We're going to bring up some some driver safety, and then how you can handle when passengers may get out of line and what you should be doing to try and stay cool, stay calm, and stay collected. So yeah, first off, we're going to talk about yesterday's video. So if you haven't gone and seen that yet, you want to go back, check that video out because I had a passenger who got right in my face because I denied them a ride because they had 5 people instead of 4, and I can only take, what's up, Rick? How's it going? Yeah, and I can only take 4. I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Don't have a third row, so guess what? I drive UberX and Lyft regular rides, so I can't do anything XL. That's the first thing. If you have a car, you want to be safe. So if you have a car that only seats 4 passengers plus yourself, you want to make sure that you do not take more passengers because there are a lot of reasons for it. First being the fact that there's a lot of cops out there right now who are watching this, especially in bar districts or if they're just in areas. They're watching to see how many people get in and out of cars, especially in major areas like sporting events. That's a big one, and then bar districts, like I was saying. So you want to watch out for that because they can get you at any time. Also, they're setting up stings where they will have 5 people trying to get in the car and do like a sting operation, and then, hey, if you take 5 people, they're going to pull you over and ticket you. So don't do it for that reason. It's also against terms of service for Uber and Lyft. You can only take the amount of passengers you have, and also liability, and that's the big thing. So if you take more passengers than what you have for, because it's against Uber and Lyft's terms of service and because it's illegal, insurance companies will not pay out on that. That will be all on you as a driver. So here's the thing. When you saw the video that I did or that I posted with those guys coming in, that is me every single time. Now, people don't get in my face like that. That was the first time something like that's ever happened. But yeah, you want to make sure that you stay in control of your car because, hey, guess what? I'm not paying a ticket for any stupid person out there who wants to try and break the law. And I'm not taking that liability. And then also when they do background checks on you and driving record checks, they can deactivate you for that. And you know what? I enjoy driving Uber and Lyft, so that's the one thing that I'm not going to do as well. And then also, I don't want to take the liability because you're setting yourself up for, you know, the possibility of lawsuits, a lot of different things. So one little chance is not going to work in my thing. Let's see. Sorry, a lot of comments. Don't get pissed. You're a veteran. I had the doors locked. You can actually watch that in the video. Rolled down the window, asked who it was. Once they said their name, verified, that's when I unlocked. Once they were in the car, that's when they said, oh, we have more people coming. And I was about to start the ride, but once he said that, that's when I stopped with that. So yes, I do keep the doors locked. The only time I might not is one, if I know the person, because I've taken rides of people that I know, and you know, things like that. But normally, yes, my doors are always locked until I verify who they are. I'll roll down the window and say, who are you looking for? Who's your driver? What's your name? Whatever it might be, just to verify who they are first. And then if, depending on how it is, I'll say, oh, hey, I'm Chris, or hey, are you Johnny, or whatever it might be. Sorry, just going back. Yeah, you got to find out how many people in the party. That's true. If they're too drunk, keep the doors locked. You know what? Here's the thing with that. I would rather take drunk people home And I drive at night, so I'd rather take drunk people home because they're not going to be on the road driving. So it makes the road safer. It makes me driving out there safer, and all those different things. So I'm very much against drinking and driving. I would rather take somebody else who is drunk, and so they don't drive. It's just smart to do that way. And, most of the rides, they're usually fun. They're usually exciting. So when things like this happen, it's the bad apple in the bunch. So I'm not going to look at it as it's not going to happen for me anymore. I'm still going to continue driving. I haven't been for a little while due to other personal reasons. And then just on vacation too. But yeah, I'm back. I'm going out tonight. So what's up, Million? Yeah, I was on the Rideshare Hub. I've done a few videos on there. How long have I been driving? How many rides? I've been driving for 4 years on and off. So I started with Uber 4 years ago. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina for a little while. So I was driving down there only on Uber. I wasn't on the Lyft platform yet. And then I went up to New York City for a little while. So I'm not driving in New York City, especially with a Jeep Grand Cherokee, not paying all those regulations, all that crap. I'm not dealing with it. So I didn't drive during that time. And then when I went back to Buffalo, Uber and Lyft was not allowed in the state as of that time. So once they started, or once they were able to get through the legal issues and all that to operate in the state, that's when I started driving for both Uber and Lyft again. So yeah, it's been a few years I've been doing it for. Got 1,500 to belt. Oh, I got probably 3,200 or 3,200 rides or something. I do this part-time. And like I said, for quite a while, I wasn't driving, even though I've done it for 4 years. It's just because my circumstances, where I was, things like that. But yeah, so going back, can't you get deactivated for videotaping? No, there is no actual terms of service that I found that says you can't. One, you can't. You can. You can have a dash cam. I am in a two-party state, so, or I'm sorry, one-party state, so I only have to have my consent, although I do have a sticker, or a couple stickers, I should say, in my car that say, notice for security, this vehicle is equipped with audio and video recording devices, consent given by entering vehicle. And actually, in the video I posted, you can see him reading that line from that out. So yes, I do have that. If you're in a two-party consent state, have those notices. That's going to be part of the giving consent thing. But the one thing you want to do is talk to an officer or a lawyer just to double check and triple check to make sure if you can't do certain things with audio and video. But as of posting them, there is not one piece of article that I've seen looking at the terms of service saying that they cannot be uploaded for whatever reason. I'm my own boss. I'm my own independent contractor. What I do with the footage is my choice. So they can go shove it up their ass if they really want to. Mostly, and one of the big things is I censor faces out for a reason. One, it's to protect their identity. I also censor out any names, if they're going to a private place, any personal information, I make sure to censor out so it's not in the video itself. I take care to do that for just their sake of mine and all that good stuff. But yeah, I also want to make sure that people understand what's going on within rides, whether they're funny, crazy conversation. I've had conversations with people who think that the moon landing was fake. I've had conversations where, if you've been watching for a while, their parents were in the car and the girl asked me if I wanted to make out and see her boobs. You get a lot of crazy stuff going on in the car. So it's for me to share my experiences, and other people who send me stuff, I might share their experiences as well too. Also censoring out certain information that's personal and private. So those people are all good and it's kind of an anonymous thing. You mean we landed on the moon for real? How many cars with rideshare have been through? I'm not sure what you're asking, Alan. When you custom. Sorry, just going through some of the comments right now. Nice, 11 months, 1750. You're probably doing it pretty good. Those types of drunk people are so drunk they need to go to jail. Public and talks. Yeah, you know, sometimes people can. What's up, Till? Just started driving Lyft 2 weeks ago. Nice. Hey, welcome. Stumbled. Thank you. Yeah, I tried to give some different information out there as well too. Obviously, things like the crazy stuff that happens, you know, I like to share that so you guys can see what's going on, what it's really like. But I don't just post bad videos like that. That was something that I wanted to get out so people could know, you know, how to handle certain situations. And the fact that I preach what I do what I preach. So I'll tell you guys, hey, don't take more passengers than what you're allowed. Right there, and you know, certain things can happen, but you want to be safe. Now, I also got a lot of comments from people saying you should have kicked their ass. Yeah, I get that. That's cool, but here's the thing: it's five guys. They're big. You know, I have some size to me too. I could have easily broken that guy's hand, but I'm sorry, broken his arm. The way he is, you know, you just pull down on it, crack. But again, 5-to-1 is not something that I want to establish in any way, shape, or form. And, you know, I try to avoid conflict any way I can, just because it's not something that needs to happen. So yeah, hey, what's up, Dylan? I probably could. You know what? Here's the thing. That's a lot of people say that too. They're drunk. You could have taken them. Let's be real. That's not going to happen. Somebody gets a lucky hit in, you know, you get knocked over, you get stumbled up. You got five guys on you pretty quick. So here's the thing. If you are in a situation where something gets tense, something like that, try to de-escalate the situation any way possible. I'm going to turn my light on because it's starting to get dark in here. So yes, try to de-escalate the situation any possible way you can. Usually food works the best, honestly. Not giving food, don't carry food in you, but like something like that. That's the thing that I find the best, but also just trying to de-escalate. But you can see how things can go from 0 to 100 like that. So yeah, just try to always be smart, keep your cool, you know, always remember, yes, there's 5 people. So you want to do that. Let's go back. Lyft going to secure control. Lyft has become absolute dog crap. It depends on your market. If you got your rates slashed, yeah, it's crap. I wouldn't drive for them either. My market hasn't been like that, so that's pretty good. How many cars have I owned to do rideshare? I actually only this Jeep. This is the only car that I've owned to do rideshare. I used to deliver pizzas way back in the day for like 8 years. Great job, loved doing it. It was a lot of fun, very easy. I had 2 cars for that. I didn't drive this car, but yeah, I've only driven this. I have 165,000 miles on my Jeep, so quite a bit. Definitely not a problem with that. You can, I mean, but here's the thing. If I know we're getting off topic, but with cars, if you want to continue your car driving as long as it can, schedule maintenance and take care of anything that's a problem as quick as possible. So if you need an oil change, make sure you do that all the time. If you need, you know, if the check engine light goes on for some reason, make sure you take care of that. If you notice any leaks or anything, take care of that immediately. It's going to keep your car going longer, and you're going to be enjoying that because all the depreciation that goes on through your vehicle, you're not going to have that issue. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say about cars. Thanks, I handled it well. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's also another thing with the comments that I saw is people would get pissed off and they, yeah, I could see that happening. I was really mad too. I was pissed off. Like I had the right here, I had the, that feeling of his hand there for probably like 2 hours after it happened. I think I went to sleep and I still was feeling it because I was so pissed off that my mind stayed on it. But the thing is, yeah, I had to keep calm, keep collected, and, just be smart about certain things. So yeah, right after I left, right after I pulled out, went about a block away, pulled over, made a report, emailed a report right over to the company. Literally within 2 minutes, actually in between that time, I was going to call them too to make a report right away, but I wanted the report to go in, make sure it was on file, all submitted and everything. And then I think I texted Dustin real quick with what had happened. And then just as I was about to call, I get a call from them seeing what was going on. So they took care of it that way very quickly. And then it was they wanted to know what was going on in the ride, what happened, all like the whole story of everything. So I told them I had dash cam footage. They said, "Hey, great, let us have it. Send over whatever you want." So I sent over the dash cam footage. They took it. They reviewed it. And then within a day, they got back to me saying after reviewing that they. Was it limited or I don't remember exactly. It was a few weeks ago. So whatever it was, they stopped that person from being able to use the platform. Anything beyond that, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. They definitely need to do certain things though out there to make sure that drivers are safe. Now, in situations like that, yes, it can escalate so quick that, emergency service button ain't going to do a damn thing. So something like that is really going to just, not going to be something. If you have the ability to call emergency services, like if somebody's refusing to get out of your car or whatever it might be, that's one thing. But when seconds matter, you got to think about these things and think about what you do. Somebody made a really great comment, get out of the car, turn the car off, take the keys and get out. Now, the good thing too is with my car, I have the fob, so it always stays in my pocket. I can shut the car off and get out. Now, they were all on the other side, so if I had to leave and get out, that's a good, that's something you can do. If you have something for protection, you might need to grab that too. I'm not going to say anything beyond that, but whatever it might be. Pete Munoz, hey, thanks, man. Thank you for the $2. That's awesome. Did good, man. Stay safe. Yeah, anybody else out there who drives, stay safe. 100%. Just going back a couple comments. Sorry, I'm talking and that. Multi-cord for charging phones. Yes, that was, I have a multi-cord too. It's this right here. It's got the iPhone head. And then it's got the USB. It works great. They were not asking for the aux cord to charge their phone. He wanted music. And here's the big thing when I talk about music. So this ride was supposed to be 4 minutes long. First of all, I'm not going to change my radio or my music for any reason for a 5 minute or less ride. I'm not going to probably do it for anything because I keep my phone going through that. I have a Bluetooth that goes into the aux cord, and I put the GPS through the phone and the music, which is on my phone, through it. So it's kept low. But if there's any issues like, they're trying to cancel the ride mid-ride, or if there's a change, or if there's a person added to the queue, I know right away. I'm alerted to it. So I don't change music unless it's going to be for a longer ride. I might ask them, hey, do you want to listen to something? That's up to you as a driver if you want to do that. If any passengers are watching this right now, don't expect people to change music, especially for short rides. Just stupid. Has anyone attempted to walk up and open the door? Kind of. there was a video that I posted a couple months ago, and I forget what it was. I think it was like the craziest thing or the scariest thing that happened to me. And it was somebody was following me, and there was a passenger in the car, and then they ended up walking up to the side of the car where the passenger was, looking in, realized it wasn't probably the person they were looking for, and then left. That's a whole different situation too. So yeah, I've been in some dicey situations before. It's, you know, you got to pay attention to your surroundings. If you're stopped somewhere and somebody tries pulling up on you and opening your door, always keep them locked, whatever you do. I had somebody who commented on the video that somebody tried carjacking them, and the window was open, like, I don't know, whatever it might have been, rolled up the window and started taking off. You could do that, but no, yeah, try to keep the door locked, especially your door, whatever it is, your driver door, keep it locked 100%. Pay attention to everything that's going on around you. You know, see what cars are around, who's walking around. If you're in a dark spot, you know, go to a spot that's illuminated with some light, go into a parking lot. I don't know the situation, what had happened or where you were when you say that, but yeah, try doing something like that, because, you know, you want to make sure you see what's going on around you. You want to be in the light so other people can see what's going on, and all that stuff. But yeah, always make sure that you pay attention to what's around you. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the other thing. If you have a bad vibe about something, make sure, yes, leave room in front of the car to pull off. Thank you. Do want to say that. Absolutely. Or if you have to put it in reverse, whatever it is, but pay attention. I think, yeah, Dustin posted a video maybe last month about a guy who was getting carjacked, and, you know, he was under the light and all this stuff, but it ended up to where he still got carjacked, and, you know, he didn't have room in front of him. Who knows if the doors were locked, you know, somebody pulled something out. But yeah, I mean, if you want to watch that video, go over to Dustin's channel and check that out. Because yeah, there's some stuff going on there. How do you make a report without calling? You just go to the ride. All right. Bear with me. I'm trying to remember exactly. If you go to the account on Uber, if you go to the account where your rides are, you can select the ride and you can put, like, make a report. Or there's like the help function where you can go through that. One of the big things you can do, one of the best things to do, is just get familiar with the apps. Because yeah, I mean, sometimes I stumble through looking things because honestly, I don't make many reports. I think I've made like 3 reports, besides when I have to rate somebody. If I rate somebody low and I put in a report that way. Yeah, I haven't had to report many people. The only times I reported somebody was when they were trying to hook up in the back, when the one that just happened, and then there was another one that I didn't have my dash cam yet, and it was just this crazy ride of what had happened. So I think those were the only couple of times that I did. There might have been another, but yeah, easiest thing to do is go around in your app, navigate through it, see all of the different areas that you can go, what you can do, you know, go through the help functions and see what's all in there, go through your transaction history and see everything there so you know exactly where things are, especially if you have to make a report. One of the easiest and quickest things you can do if you want to make a report, if you actually took a ride, now again, the ride that I took, I never started, so there was no rating or anything there. But what you can do is during your rating, you can always put in what happened and all that fun stuff. So that is, thanks, Matt. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Come on, man. Yeah, you know, thank you. Gas money. That's always a good thing. Absolutely. Luckily, I'm not in California, so at least I don't need to worry about that. Yeah, if anybody's got any other questions, sorry, I'm trying to go through some of the things, but some of the chat is going Cannot believe they took video. Yeah, I'm just trying to go through some of the things. Love my car, love you back. Yeah, love your car and it'll love you back. Make the money, exactly. I know we're going back to that. Just bought a brand new 2019 Ford Edge. You know what? I'm actually looking at I don't have the ability to get this right now, but I would love to get the Tesla truck, pickup truck that they're talking about. It's actually supposed to be given out, or I mean, they're doing information on it in November. I would love to do that. They normally don't want videos. You're right. A lot of the time they don't want videos. So if it's something, I don't want to say, like, if you make a report and it's stupid, because all reports mean something. So I'm not trying to say it that way, but it might come out accidentally that way. But if you make a report and it's a common report, let's say a common report, normally they're not going to do anything with the footage. They're just kind of going to do this little investigation, whatever that actually means. And maybe they might take pictures and say, you know, like if there's a cleanup fee and want a receipt and all that stuff. But it's going to be on a case-by-case basis. When it comes to you know, physical things like assault or battery or carjacking or something like that, or where it's, you know, if there's a woman who's driving and being sexually assaulted or anything like that, they will take the footage, absolutely. When it's definitely major safety concerns and certain issues, they definitely have tiered systems on how they react to certain situations. That's what's going on. I've, you know, kind of compiled different ways and talked to people within the company itself on kind of how they can elevate certain things. So they have a tier system on, you know, what would be like high priority, medium priority, low. I don't know the exact things, so some of those things aren't going to be exactly what might be. But yeah, there's definitely things that they have that they'll do when it comes to, you know, if they want dash cam footage or not. It's always good to have it though, just in case you need it. And like, let's say somebody wants to make a false report for saying you picked up the wrong rider, but yet you have the dash cam footage saying that, no, you actually verified who it was and you verified where they were going, then, hey, at least you have it. So if they do want it, they'll take it. But normally they will go on kind of what you say too. They'll usually refund the ride back to you. I mean, obviously certain things are case by case. So just make sure you guys always stay on that. Check out stupid situations I have on my video story. Use them at any time you have permission. Thanks. All right. Yeah, I will definitely look that. Just want to make sure. Cops will want video. Yes. Cops will want video, especially on anything that would be resulting in a law infraction or something against the law. They will want that. It's going to be very good for you. My recommendation is always have a dash cam. Get a dash cam. I use the Vantrue N2 Pro. I always keep the link in the description below for every video. So if you guys want to go to Amazon, check it out. Yes, it's a little pricey. It's $199. I don't know if the price has changed. But you know what? It records inside, outside. You guys seen all the footage that I've posted with it. It works great. There are other dash cams out there. So if you do not have a dash cam, do not stunt drive until you get one. Because you don't know what could happen, and if you need it for some reason, then you have it. How you want to store your footage, that's up to you. So I would recommend at least keeping it for a week or so. I do it much differently than most people, but yeah, if you want to do that, however you want to do it, you can definitely check out things. What's up, Rideshare Lisa? Yeah, I'm back. You know, my dog got sick. She passed away. And sorry, my voice is getting dry. So I needed some time off that way. Then I was on vacation, which was really nice and relaxing. So But yes, I'm back. So yeah, there were a lot of things. And also, I got to say, that ride did shake it a little bit. Normally, I'm pretty good with some crazy things. And one second, hold on. Got to get some water. It's getting cold out, so the heat is kicking a little bit. So I hate how it's dry. But yeah, that did shake me just a little bit. Now, one of the things too that I wanted to say is, you know, a lot of people say, oh, cancel the ride right away. If you see they're drunk, cancel. You know what? You can do that. That's your choice. That's your prerogative. My choice, or my idea is, I would rather get those drunk people home safe. Usually I'm pretty good at being able to de-escalate situations or change certain situations to bring them from, you know, a heightened state down a little bit. It's just the way you got to read it. You just kind of got to go along. But yeah, I mean, you got to watch out because anything can happen. And sorry. What's up, Jim? How's it going? Yes, my dog, very unfortunate. Did I get married while I was away? No. No, I didn't. Actually, I drove through your area. I was on the 90. I went to Vermont, so it was really nice. It was during like peak time change. It was a lot of fun just to relax and do absolutely nothing. But yeah, I was driving down the 90, so I was going through Syracuse. So yeah, it was really nice. It was a good time, 100%. Okay, the Asako Trace one, amazing camera, $90. So yeah, guys, check that one out too, from Left Behind. Scroll back, check out that comment. I don't know anything about that camera. Amazon puts on sale for $136. Yes, they do. But I would suggest getting a camera. It is a tax write-off. You know, you can use it as an expense, and it's a very good expense to have. So you want to make sure that you do that. Sorry, just going back. How to figure out your rating fell from 4.84 to 4.82. Today for 2 weeks, all of a sudden it fell from 4.84 to 4.92. What? It fell from 4.84 to 4.92. 4.72 maybe? First off, how many rides do you have? That's a big thing. So if you don't have a lot of rides, you know, the average is going to, or a poor rating will bring it down a lot. Whatever it is, you can look to see on Uber's platform, on Lyft's platform. They send you out a thing every week. So it depends on what platform you're on. And like I said, how many rides you have in your thing. It can change a little bit more drastically, the less rides you have. But once you hit that 100 and 500 mark, you know, a bad rating means absolutely nothing. Just don't get a lot of bad ratings because it can go down. Now, can they change your rating? Yes, they can. And it happens to me all the time. So I've had a 5-star rating on Lyft for, God, I don't even know how many months. And then I was getting very picky on the rides that I was accepting from them because they were sending me crap rides, whether they'd be 25 minutes away, whatever it is, you know, low ratings. And then they'd resend that back to me. And I would deny them. So my acceptance rate dropped to like a very low amount. And then the following week, when I got my weekly report, my rating was down to 4.97, even though all of the ratings were 5 stars. So tell me how that works. So that is a problem that I see when it comes to the rating system, where they could be inflating or deflating passenger and driver ratings, because you know what, you don't know how the ratings work beyond a certain point. But yeah, like I said, I had a 5-star rating for several months. I still have not received a score or rating lower than 5 stars from Lyft. And I was down to it was 4.99, 4.97. I don't even remember what it was. So it was right around that range, even though I've had 5-star ratings for, you know, a couple of months now, which is actually kind of surprising. So yeah, some crazy things happen. whether they're doing it or not. If you're uncomfortable with people who have been drinking other bar, yeah, just pick a different shift. Or, you probably know your area pretty well, or if you've been driving for a little bit and, taking people who are drunk is uncomfortable to you, you can definitely stop driving at that point, or you can drive up to the time where, you start seeing that transition from people going to the bar or going out to do things and then coming back. So you can work between that. So you can actually maximize the amount of people you take for the busy time, because yes, everybody wants to go to the ride and they have to get there, taking Uber or Lyft as well too, because they're not going to drink and drive going home. They're going to also use Uber and Lyft. So, you can definitely do that. But yeah, if you are not uncomfortable driving at night or driving people who are drunk or drinking, don't drive those shifts. Because chances are you're going to pick up a few people. You can avoid bar districts, you can avoid bars that are known for over drinking or over serving. There's a few bars that I know of that I'll avoid, usually the pickups from those, because they are highly, highly intoxicated usually. And then one of the crazy things too is in Buffalo, bars are open till 4 a.m. So a lot of places it might be 1 or 2 a.m., but in Buffalo it's 4 a.m. So, you can drive until 12, 1, 2 in the morning, and you're not really going to hit that really sloshy drunk stage, because everybody's still going to continue drinking until like 4 a.m. So there's a lot of different things out there. Because you're getting a little hot on the collar, because crazy videos, just need to make sure legal answer question. My question just got super. Sounds like you were being penalized. Yeah, something. Love the commentary. What's up, Patty? How you doing? Thank you. I think the rating system is made up of BS. The rating system is 100% bull. Acceptance rating is 14%. 100%. I don't have a problem doing that. I like taking rides, or try to take as many as I can. The only times I will not take rides is if it's certain spots that I know that I avoid for particular reasons. Like I said, with the bars, there's a bar on Chippewa Street, which is in one of our bar districts in Buffalo, that I avoid like the plague. Certain bars on another street, because it's so small, is a pain to get to in there, but I don't not pick people up there. The other thing is I won't pick people up who have a 4.8 rating or lower, especially later at night. Maybe like at this time, I might go and pick them up just to kind of see what's going on. But yeah, anything usually under a 4.8, I deny. And then anything usually over, 12 minutes away, I won't go and pick up either, unless it's really, really slow, or it says maybe like long ride, or, if I actually have the acceptance rating and it shows me, the distance, or the time frame, and it outweighs it, then yeah, usually I will take that. So those are the only times that I actually do. Video always works both ways. Careful sometimes what you turn into the cops. Make sure you're not doing anything illegal. Sometimes can hurt you. Yeah, that can absolutely. But depending on the footage that you send them, that's the big thing. So like within the ride here that I posted the other day, that was the entire ride, from start to finish. Once they shut the door, then I went away and started making the report. So, yeah, that's the thing. You always want to make sure you stay in compliance with the law. Obviously, that person, they put their hands on me. I was in full right to do anything too, because I could have taken that. Obviously I took that as a offensive move, and that's why I backed away. But yeah, if you had that ability where you just went snap, you're full legal right to be able to do that. Like I said, try to avoid physical violence in any way, shape, or form, even if you're provoked. But also, if you need to protect yourself in any way, shape, or form, you can do that, and you have the right to do that. You have the right to life over anything who's trying, or anybody who's trying to hurt you or harm you in any way, shape, or form. So with that being said, there are certain TOS rules that are in place, and I'm not going to say that because, like I said, that's the only one that I don't necessarily agree with. But when you carry some sort of, protectional device, you can do that. And protection-wise, a pipe, you can carry pepper spray or mace or something like that. When it comes to a gun, like I say, just be careful nobody sees it. But other than that, every time I'll always say TOS, follow it by the book, because deactivation isn't worth it, especially if you enjoy it or have fun doing it or enjoy the money, or if you're doing this full-time and want the money. So just be careful out there when it comes to that. Couldn't do that job. You get lost going to the store. You know what? It's actually not too bad. If you could follow the GPS and you know your area, it's actually pretty easy. Just make sure your phone is right there. It's really not bad. But I mean, during the day, it's going to be easier, especially if you don't know the area. When they are 20-minute plus away, yeah, no, I agree with you. The only time I would probably take a 20 or 25-minute ride is if that Uber rate, or I'm sorry, the Lyft rate change, where they cut it in half and you're getting paid to go pick them up. Because at that point, then you're probably going to make some money, because, hey, I'll take that ride then every day. Because I'm getting paid to drive there. I'm not worrying about them in my car or anything like that. So at least in that aspect, but I probably wouldn't be driving for Lyft much on that if they changed that. I did a video, actually, let me rephrase that. I would continue driving for Lyft. I would be much more pickier on the rides that I take, depending on the pickup. If it was 1 minute away, I wouldn't take it, because you would lose. If there was a long trip, like a 45-minute plus ride, I wouldn't do it because you'd be losing money. But if it's a longer pickup and a short ride, or, the pickup and the ride are about the same, you might actually make a little bit more with the Lyft and new rates. Because you got to remember, currently, as most markets are, whether it's driving for Uber and Lyft, you're only getting paid for the time that they are in the car. So, if you get paid for that time before, they're kind of stretching it out a little bit. So that's why, going from, 75 cents to 43 cents, and that's under IRS and all that. But, part of the mileage that we all drive to go pick people up, you're not getting paid on that anyways. So it's 0 cents that you're going. So it's this little thing. And then I also made a video where I made a spreadsheet on the new rates and old rates. I think it was for Minneapolis or Milwaukee or one of the markets. And I was going through a lot of different scenarios on if it's actually going to be better or worse. So I went through a lot of scenarios there. Check that video out, especially if you're in a market that has that, where they've changed the rates. You don't carry pepper spray. Hey, that's fine. Some people don't. I don't either. I don't want to spray it, and it actually... what was the rating of the guy in the video? I think it was 4.9. It wasn't low. I want to say it was 4.9. I think it was 4.9 or 4.8. But yeah, what's the ride cost? Do they have Uber in Vegas now? Yeah, they've had Uber in Vegas for a long time. And a ride cost, it depends on the distance and where you're going, if there's surge, personal power zone, whatever it might be. There are prime time pricing. I don't honestly, I'm not sure with them changing on Lyft. I don't know, because it's a personal power zone. I'm not sure how they're charging customers when they're in that zone or around that zone. I'm not sure exactly how. I haven't paid attention too much to that. But yeah, when it's surge zone, so it all depends. There's a lot of different factors involved on what the price of a ride would be. But yes, they do have it in Vegas. It's been there for many years. And you know, when I was in Vegas, I took an Aptiv ride, which was pretty cool. It was self-driving. And let me tell you, long way off from actually having self-driving vehicles on the road. Let's be real here. Many years off. So we don't need to worry about that. What's up, Chelsea? How you doing? Screaming Dada. Hello. Hey, little one. If she's still watching, I don't know. All right, Rick, you have a great night. If you're still on, you got to drive. Yeah, I'm going to be wrapping it up in a few minutes, too, because I'm going to be heading out. And see you next time, my friend. Yes. Uber and Lyft was dangerous for you. Yes. It's, you know, Uber and Lyft isn't for everybody. So anybody who's watching that's a passenger or just likes the entertainment and wants to hang out, hey, welcome. But yeah, I mean, it's up to anybody who wants to drive or not drive. If you kind of were concerned about certain things, you know, driving during the day, much less likely to run into problems. You're usually dealing with older people who need to go to and from the doctors or the store, people who are going from the airport for business. And that's another thing. If you really want to sit in the airport lot and wait, there's a lot of people who chill out in there, hang out, have a good time. I'm not one who does, but if you want to take airport rides as well too, you're more than welcome to do that. So there are ways if you do want to use Uber and Lyft. You can also do Uber Eats, you can do DoorDash and this, that, and the other thing. They don't pay as well as Uber and Lyft driving passengers do, but you know, you can still make money doing different things, especially in the gig economy. So yeah, it is a great way to make money, and there are certain places and times and things that you're never going to run into issues or anything like that, or the chance of it happening is even less. Now, like I said, I was driving for 4 years. I've got plenty of rides, and I've only had a handful of rides that were actually, I would say, more of an extreme or on the, you know, the hard end. You know, most of the rides, they get in, it's hi, hey, how you doing? And then, hey, have a great night. And there's no talking in between. Rick, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. That's awesome. Thank you. Take care. See you next time. Yes. Got to tune in live. Yeah, I will. I'm going to be revamping. I'm kind of looking at revamping certain things within the channel itself. Always the same content's going to come out, the crazy stories, the tips, the tricks, the advice, you know, the parody videos. So yes, Rideshare Driver Joe will be back, and different things like that. I'm just going to kind of try to rework so it's a certain schedule that I have, especially going into winter and different things. So I kind of want to revamp certain things just so I know what's going on, and as certain things come out, I'll let you guys know. And if you guys want certain input to, or I mean, give certain input on what you like or what you want to see, if you want more live streams or whatever it is, you know, you can let me know, and I will make sure to do things like that. Or if you even want certain videos, there's a list of videos that I've had from people who've, you know, commented or posted or something that I am getting to. So there are certain things that I can, that I will be doing. It's just that, you know, there's a lot of things that happen, whether it's, you know, like AB5 and all that stuff that was going on last month that was covering things. You know, this past month, you know, I think over the last month, I only posted like 4 times just because of the certain things going on. So yeah, I got backed up on certain things, but I do have everybody's list. So anything you guys want to see or anything like that too, or any input you want within the channel, let me know. And, you know, if it works, I can definitely try putting it in that way. Used to be day only for me, but with Uber now, he ain't doing it. Hey, that's fine. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, a couple of years ago, it was great. You know, prices were great, people were good. Now it's gone into this like entitled stage where people are grabbing, you know, the radio and changing it. People are turning up the volume without asking, turning the, you know, the climate control. They expect you to have phone cord chargers. People, if you don't have food or like condiments or something, or to take care of them. If you don't have toilet paper to wipe their ass, you know, they're flipping out. And it's like, really, you know, I mean, that's the riff raft. Million Mile, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. It's valuable. Yeah, you know, hey, well, I actually, if you guys are interested, I think I might do like a live stream where we just kind of hang out and anything on the table. I might do that like Saturday mornings, like 11 a.m. Eastern. That would be what, 8 Pacific. I've been kind of toying with that. Once I get the setup going in my house, and I'm working with certain live stream things and, you know, fun stuff, so it'll look really cool and all that. So if you like watch Twitch, or if you watch some of the other live streamers that have some cool stuff, I might do that. But we can always have good conversations, you know, with Uber and Lyft, or with, like, you know, safety and crazy stuff like that. So I've been kind of thinking, you know, doing something like that as well, but I'm not sure yet. You guys got to let me know if you guys want to see stuff like that. Be safe. Thank you. I will be. Before you quit, you were talking about 12 rides a month. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem too. It's like this entitlement has got to change. You know, the problem is people will, and honestly, it's people will call in and create false reports. So drivers are trying to bend over and not get that false report, or worried about a 5-star or lower rating. And it's like, guys, it's your car, it's your rules. Be in charge. And, you know, you don't have, all they're paying for is a ride to and from their location. They're not paying for, you know, climate control. They're not paying for audio. They're not paying for snacks and water and all this other crap. If we as drivers don't, like, kind of stand together and say, look, this is not going to be accepted anymore. This behavior is not going to happen. You're getting canceled, or the ride's over, or we're not taking you, period, or, you know, not having that, those things, you know, that will send a message. But on the flip side, Uber and Lyft have to change their stances on certain things. They need to pay attention to drivers much more, because, hey, guess what? If all drivers stopped working for that platform, they'd be screwed for money. You know, Uber and Lyft, or Lyft would be very much, Uber would be, you know, they'd be skirting by with a couple other things, but they would be failing pretty quick too. So, you know, I'm not saying everybody get off the road and stop working for them, because, you know, we all want to make the cheese. We all want to make that money. So I'm not saying that, because I don't want something like AB5 in my area. And like I've said before, I think that's a money grab, that they're trying to use drivers to get that type of money to change to employee. I'm not going to get into that now, but yeah, there's definitely different things. You love about live streams that you can ask questions. Yeah, I love that too. I love the interaction with people. But the one thing I want to do is, because right now I'm on my phone, I only have like 3 comments that I can see, so I got to go scroll through. So I want to get a screen set up where I have the live comment feed, and then, like I said, do some different things and just have a little bit of fun. So yeah, I like the interaction, because there's certain videos that, you know, I want to do for the channel and for other drivers or passengers or whoever out there, that we can kind of come up with ideas and best practices together, so we all have good knowledge and good insight, and everybody does things differently. So it's great to be able to, you know, put it together all nicely, and I love doing that. So Lisa, I agree with you. Man Tampa, what is going on? New to the channel. Told the guy using his finger to go inside his lane. He told the guy who was using his finger to go inside. Yeah, you know, that's the big thing when it comes. Hey, Uber girl Paula, what's going on? Yeah, that's the big thing. Do not care about a low rating. I get that question all the time when people are hey, how can I have, 494 5-star ratings. I have a 2-star one 2-star rating, one 1-star rating, and the rest are 4. What can I do to improve that? Dude, you're doing a pretty good job, because you probably got a 4.9, like 4.99 or something at that point if you got that. Don't chase that 5-star rating. It's not worth it to bend over backwards and cater to all these passengers. On Lyft, if you both rate under 3 stars, it cancels out. And also the low rating cancels out. You're also rated on 100 rides, so they all equal each other out. So if you get one or a couple low ratings, it's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't strive for 5, because even a 5-star driver can get deactivated for a false report for anything. So trust me, 5 stars is not the thing that you should be striving for. Strive for, getting out there, being the best that you can be, so when you sit back at the end of the day, you made some good money, you're happy with it. Usually when you're acting and interacting with people on a good terms, they're going to be really good too, and it's going to make the day much better. So always try doing that. But don't worry about the rating system. Hope you're having a great Friday as well too, Paula. My day's been pretty good so far. About to go out in a little bit, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yes, Friday. Anybody we're drivers. Friday night's a great night. Saturday's a great night. So you're getting tired of the rating system, cab company in Vegas. Honestly, Alan, if you're in Vegas, try going for, you could get black. You could go get your limo certification, license, all that. It's fun stuff. I don't know the setup in Vegas, but you could do that, where you're going to be getting probably a little bit more rides. There's a lot of money in Vegas. There's a lot of things going to Vegas. You probably make a little bit more money than driving black or a limo or something like that than cabs. But yeah, you're probably going to be dealing with a lot better people as well too than UberX or Pool. Trying to be PC. Yeah, PC, sometimes it ain't worth it. Yeah, Uber's last 500 rides. So when they told you to cancel it, did you? No, I told that first of all, till I didn't start the ride. Because when I was about to, they said there was more coming. So at that point, because there was only 2, once you start driving a little bit more, you know these things, you pick them up. So when somebody comes out, or a couple people come out and they say, they get in the car and they're like, oh, we got a couple more. They're usually because there's more than the amount of people allowed, and they're trying to get it where they're already in the car. So you as a driver are going to be feeling obliged to take them. I don't stand for that crap. So no, I never started the ride. So I didn't have to cancel the ride. What I did was I canceled the wait time. And because the interaction took a certain amount of time, it was over that 5-minute wait period. It was like 5:38, 5:18, something like that. I don't really remember. It's not important. But it was beyond that. So I was able to get that cancellation fee, which was I guess nice, but dealing with that crap is not worth $5, not at all. Nobody should get touched in the face like that, especially when they're the ones who are at fault. They're the ones who are at the problem. The one that stuck the finger in the face, yeah, I told him, at that point I told him they were already getting out. His one friend in the front was actually pulling him out too, and the other guy was, because I wasn't having it. They changed their attitude when they realized they weren't going to shake me. But yeah, that guy, he was drunk. You could, if you go back, I don't know how you could see it in the video, but he had this seeing red face. So that's why I was at the point, I was back over here out of arm's reach. But if I had to, you just got to pull up, crank the arm down, and it'll break. So yeah, but again, 5-to-1, not a smart thing to do. So don't do that. If you need to, somebody made a really good comment, get out of the car, and go down the street or something, that is a great thing to do. Stay away from them, or even go in the bar, because if they start trying something, there's going to be a lot of people there that are going to stop them, the bouncer, all that stuff. But always kind of try to know your surroundings and know what you'll do. And I hope one of the big things too, that this video that I posted the other day, one of the things I hope is it'll get you guys thinking too, as yes, it is very possible, because it can happen to anybody at any time for anything. So I hope that you guys will take that video and it'll help you think, okay, well, if I was in a situation like this, what would I do? What could I do? Where could I go? And don't say I'm going to kick their asses, because let's be real, it's better to get away if you have to. Just because it's not like I said, it's not worth it. But yeah, I hope you guys get that. And if you do, does that mean no money since they made you drive, knowing there were too many people? No, I think I answered that. I never started the ride, so but I get that $5 cancellation. Uber market, or I drive in Buffalo, New York, Western New York region. I can drive throughout the entire state, obviously with Uber. Lyft, I can drive in a lot of different areas too. But yeah, my main market is Buffalo, New York, Niagara Falls, that area right there. So it's a lot of fun. I saw that Party of 5 incident coming before it came on. Yeah, it was messed up, but hey, welcome. Glad to see you. I saw that whole thing twice, and right away you could tell that was sketchy. Yep. I was more, I don't know if I was hella nervous, maybe like while it was happening, but I was more annoyed than anything, because that guy, right when he opened it, hey, you got the aux cord? No, dude. I'm not changing the music. That's the other thing too. Because I will post certain videos to YouTube, I use YouTube's creative music, so I don't have to worry about copyright. So I don't play like, anything besides, royalty-free music. But I like the royalty-free music because there's no lyrics in it. So it's kind of like good elevator music that's good for the background. So if anybody wants to do that, you can download any of the creative playlist music that you want from YouTube. You just got to go into your channel if you have one, or if you haven't set it up yet, you can, and then you can download a bunch of music, and it's all different genres. So they have rock, classical, rap, R&B. They have all different styles, and I like it because you can play music. It doesn't have that lyric behind it, so it doesn't create like this competition when people are talking with each other, and it's just, I don't know. But hey, if you guys want to do that, go ahead and do it. But I like keeping it that music. So what's up, Nicole? Drove in LA before coming to Vegas. Vegas is a better market. I would think so. Yeah, I mean, Nevada is much better. Vegas is different because you have so many people coming in that are tourists down the strip. Or at the casinos, you got a lot of people. I mean, there's a huge city behind Vegas, but if you wanted to do just tourist or just airport rides or hotels and that, you really could. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, after the truck was hit by an e-response, did 2K in damage. Yeah, I mean, certain things like that, have I tried stereo? I don't. I honestly don't have any interest in stereo. I heard that their music sucked. I don't know if that's changed, but like I said, I like the lyricless music when I'm driving, only because a lot of people actually compliment on that. They're like, oh, I really like this music. Where is it? Or they're like, oh, do you make mixes? And I'm like, no, I don't. This is just royalty-free music, and I like it because there's no lyrics. When we're talking, it's much easier. So that's a pretty fun thing. What's up, Vu? Thanks for answering the questions. All right, have a good night. Good, come on, man. Am I working tonight? Yes, I am. I'm actually just about to go out. I've been having to go to the bathroom for a little while too. So I'm actually going to end this right now, guys. But yeah, I will be going live much more as well too, posting other videos as well. So hope you guys have a great rest of the night, great rest of the day. And again, yeah, always be smart, be safe. Get a dash camera. You really need to have one if you don't. It's always good to have. And with that being said, always never drink and drive. Always tip your drivers, and we'll see you next time.